The most painful fast food deaths ever. Does everybody not automatically die when they eat at Burger King? I thought that was a common thing. Now I'm just playing. Burger King though, it's actually pretty overhated, for being real. For being real, bro, that shit is overhated. Y'all genuinely try Burger King nowadays, it's much better. Burger King tastes like cardboard. Nah, bro, you tripping, bro. Anyways, let's see this.
Raise the roof. It was just another Saturday night in Harriman, Utah, a quiet suburb 30 minutes outside Salt Lake City. At a local Domino's, orders were taken, pizzas were baked, and both customers...
Yo, dying out of Domino's? I wouldn't be mad at that. Domino's been solid, bro, these past couple of years.
And employees alike conversed with each other.
Since I'm closing tonight, can I get the ox?
No.
Bro, please.
No.
Please.
No! Stop asking me. Just shut up and make...
What is this anime? Bro, is this Aaron Yeager or something? Who the fuck is the voice? It's gotta be Aaron Yeager or somebody.
pizzas.
My ox is so good, man. Just look. I got Lil Poomp. 6'9".
6'9" in 2025. In 2025 is insane.
Diddy and Bebo.
Oh, hell no.
Bebopa. Bedoa Booty. I also got Miles, man. Just please, dude. I want to be on Ox tonight.
Shut up! Your taste sucks. That's why your girl left you. Just make the f***ing pizzas.
However, amidst all the friendly banter, an SUV tangled in a 3-car accident would veer off its course and smash directly into...
What the hell? What the fuck? That was a crazy turn, bro. Now, I've always thought, like, how wild that is, bro. Whenever I see a video of, like, a car driving to a restaurant, that's genuinely a fear. You're just done for it. Like, I saw a video of, like, it was, like, a wife and a husband, bro. Motherfucking just a car just drove through, bro, and drove over her husband. Now, he survived somehow. I don't know, like, minimal damage, but, like, that ass just fucking flattened him, bro.
Domino's pizza.
Imagine doing minimum wage and
As if
dying
the
like
crash
that.
itself
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
bad
terrible.
enough, it would also rupture a hidden gas line underneath the building.
Oh
Within
my
seconds,
God.
fire erupted. Bystanders watched in shock as flames consumed the vehicle. Inside, 2 people were trapped. That's when 2 courageous strangers risked their lives, pulling the driver and passenger out just minutes before
They'll
the
be
SUV
strangers.
was swallowed by the fire.
I'd probably
As
run away, though.
firefighters rushed in, trying to control the blaze, the building exploded. The blast tore apart the Domino's, sending debris flying into the night sky and causing significant damage to the businesses next door, a Jimmy John's and a Supercuts. Miraculously, nobody was injured and everybody survived.
There's no way. There is no way.
Even the firefighters standing near the restaurant when it exploded managed to walk away
Oh my God, you can see the Jimmy John's too.
unharmed.
At least you didn't die at Jimmy John's. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm just hating to hate, but I've actually only had Jimmy John's like twice. Wasn't that bad.
The Domino's, however, was reduced to rubble.
Hey guys, Tom NFG here. You know, only half of you guys are subscribed and even less of you guys have noties on. I hate to be a burden, but you know, I really appreciate it if you hit that sub button and the little bell next to it. You know, it doesn't take long. I know you can get mixed up in the algorithm and everything. But yeah, also tune into the streams. You know, we have a lot of fun over there. I'm telling you, we have a lot of parties going on over there. Yeah, that's it. Bye. Damn, bro, that shit looks like motherfucking All Might smashed through that shit or whatever. Like, what is this? Oh my God, bro, deadass. This looks like an anime character just punched it, completely obliterated it.
However, was reduced to rubble.
And it's crazy how, yeah, the other restaurants are completely not touched.
What had been a neighborhood pizza joint became the epicenter of one of Harriman's most destructive accidents. The Mayo incident. It was supposed to be just another quiet evening shift at a Subway near downtown Atlanta. The kind of Sunday where the streets slow down and customers trickle in for a late night sandwich. Inside, 2 young employees were working, doing their jobs, making food, and chatting with regulars. As the customers sat down to enjoy their food, the door smashed open and a very odd-looking man walked up to the counter to order a sandwich. What happened next would quickly turn everybody's night into a complete nightmare. With what seemed like an insignificant and easily resolvable issue, tensions began to rise. The disagreement, which could have ended with a simple solution, instead festered, and the customer's anger built up until it boiled over.
Oh my God. Wait, I think I know this story. Is this the person that like shot somebody and I think the person died, bro? They killed somebody over fucking Mayo. That happened like a couple years ago.
Words turned into threats.
Only
Threats turned
in
into physical
ATL?
exclamations.
Nah, dead ass.
And before you knew it, the psychopath pulled out a weapon. In seconds, before anyone could react, fate was already sealed. The 26-year-old...
I never understand. It's not even something like money. Like where like you may be getting money or something, like somebody owes you like $100,000. Like it's Mayo, bro. People crash out over this type of shit.
woman immediately collapsed behind the counter. unfortunately unresponsive, and her 24-year-old co-worker was also terribly struck, but they somehow clung to life. To make it worse, the victim's son was inside the store and witnessed all the horror unfold. Police later arrested the suspect, a 36-year-old man who lived just across the street. He was charged with multiple felonies and later booked that same night. Investigators said the entire incident started simply because he thought there was too much mayo on his sandwich. Wild Wings. It was just after 5:30 p.m. at a Buffalo Wild Wings in Burlington, Massachusetts. The dinner rush was minutes away, and employees were scrambling to prep the floor, the food, and the restaurant. That's when a simple routine cleaning would escalate into a complete catastrophe. You see, earlier that day, a worker had to mop the kitchen floor with a standard acid-based cleaner.
Oh, did it like burn somebody?
A little bit later, another worker followed up with more mopping.
They slipped. Oh, they slipped. Somebody slipped. Nah, yeah, I remember when I was working that pizza job when I was in high school, and dude, they specifically told us, like, first off, if you're walking in the restaurant and there's people like near you, you have to be like on your left or on your right or some shit. I forgot, it was something like that. They said specifically, yeah, immediately after you mop it, you got to put like a wet sign so everybody else knows.
Prepare for the upcoming dinner rush. The only issue was that he was using a chlorine bleach product. The two chemical cleaners clearly state that they should never be mixed.
Oh my, they created a fucking, like, deadly gas? No way.
And the employee had just begun mopping the entire floor, entirely mixing the two. On contact, the chemicals fused into a bubbling green explosion. They created a dangerous, foaming, toxic mixture that began pumping out lethal gas at high doses. The fumes spread instantly. Employees began
I'm assuming, yeah, everybody ran out.
their eyes burning, and their lungs felt like they caught on fire. One by one, people ran for the exit, but the floor was already slick with danger. That's when the manager of the building acted fast and grabbed a squeegee. He wasn't thinking about himself, he was only thinking about his team and his customers. He ran out to the floor and began pushing the toxic sludge toward a drain, trying to contain it before more people could get injured.
He's better than me. I would have dipped, bro. Oh yeah, people were in there. GG's.
But, unfortunately, the fumes overwhelmed him. His chest tightened, his lungs burned, and within moments, he completely collapsed.
Damn.
Co-workers and bystanders tried desperately to get him
Manager?
outside, but the fumes were too strong. By the time they got to him, it was already too late.
Wow.
13 people were hospitalized that day, and tragically, the only one who didn't make it out was the manager.
Damn, rest in peace, bro.
The McDonald's incident. It was the early hours of a Sunday morning in Lima, Peru. At a McDonald's in the Pueblo Libre district, the kitchen crew was wrapping up another long, grueling shift. A young 19-year-old woman and her 18-year-old boyfriend were finishing up that night. The two had plans to attend college, and they were both saving up heavily to continue their studies. Unfortunately enough, this night would ensure that they didn't ever see that dream. According to police, the 19-year-old was cleaning a soda machine when it delivered a strong electric shock. Her body jolted violently, not being able to handle the voltage. Gabriel panicked. Desperate to save her, he quickly dropped what he was doing and rushed in to help. But the moment he touched her, the same current began surging through him too.
Damn.
Sadly, it immediately finished him. By the time emergency
rip.
responders arrived, both of the employees were already
Bro, that had to be like a safety violation or something, because this is the first time of me hearing it. Especially it being in like another country or something. Maybe there's less like regulations. Bro, I know their families probably got like crazy bread too for the lawsuit.
done for. Reports surfaced that
Basic science, bro. You got to think of it though. You don't think, like, you just see somebody shaking. You're like, yo, what the fuck? Let me help them. Like in that moment, bro, a lot of people would just do it because you're not thinking the shock is going to go through you too.
the 19-year-old had complained about being forced to clean equipment without proper gloves or boots, while
Wow.
also complaining of being pushed into 12-hour shifts without adequate
Oh, yeah, no, they definitely got sued, bro. Actually, it's McDonald's. Bro, they probably got crazy lawyers. They probably got the same lawyers that, like, Diddy got to only get 4 years in prison.
safety gear. Tina's Burritos. It was just another night in Vernon, California, a strange industrial pocket just south of downtown Los Angeles. The kind of place with only a couple hundred residents, but sprawling with massive factories that keep the city supplied. One of those factories is Tina's Burritos, a plant that's been churning out frozen burritos for over 40 years, producing nearly 1 million burritos per day. But on this night, the factory floor turned into the scene of a nightmare. At around 9 p.m., a 19-year-old custodian was tasked with tending to the plant's massive meat grinder. The contraption was full with burrito meat and was waiting to be cleaned. And so, as expected to by his job, he began climbing into the inside of the machine to clean it.
I could not do that. I'm sorry, bro. I see a fat ass blade like that. My first thought is literally thinking, bro, that's just gonna turn on any moment. And there's so many incidents like this in like industrial places where like this happens all the time.
In this case, the burrito meat grinding machine was not locked, nor was it secure. It's still unclear as to whether an item
Bro,
fell.
one mistake, bro, from a dumbass fucking your coworker, bro, probably getting paid like 20 an hour or some shit to end your life.
And caused the machine to turn on, or if an employee decided to try to make another batch of burrito meat. But, unfortunately, while the 19-year-old was inside of the machine cleaning out the meat, he would hear the industrial mechanism slowly power up and lock into place. The man panicked and shouted for the machine to be turned off, but his cries fell on deaf ears. Once fully turned on, the machine began grinding. His screams echoed across the factory, finally grasping the attention of workers who then rushed to stop the machine. But by the time it finally shut down, there was nothing anyone could do. Paramedics and firefighters arrived, but the scene was already unspeakable. The young man's fate was already
Bro, I
sealed.
could only imagine seeing that. Somebody completely chopped up. Like, bro, I've seen like gore of like people with their fucking limbs like shot off or blown off, and that's already crazy to me. Somebody's whole body chopped off.
Unfortunately,
That's
he was
crazy.
gone in a way too dreadful to describe. The plant shut down immediately.
Yeah,
OSHA
no shit.
investigators arrived, and like similar tragedies before, first responders were faced with the grim task of recovering what was left of his body. The process nearly took an hour for them to complete. Life wasn't always like this. There was a time where we didn't have a Whataburger
Don't show the burger, dude. See, now I don't think I could have a burger this next week.
or McDonald's, but rather just nuts, berries, and whatever else we could find to eat that day. Nowadays, you have access to places like these for a quick meal if you're in a rush. Fast food is extremely unhealthy, and you should never make it a habit to eat it. But if you do find yourself at one of the stores, have patience with the employees. It's a grueling industry to work in. With no further
Yeah.
ado, have a happy day.
Let's watch this. I think we need to watch this to feel good. Stupid dog. Nice. Well, yeah, man. Tommy, stop laughing. I can't laugh at the dog. It's a nice fucking dog. Anyways, yeah, if you're watching on the 2, make sure to join the Discord and watch the streams.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.